We need you to protect Kimura Village.
That's on the way. But it's okay, guys, because the most important, defining, make-or-breaking question in Rise has been answered. And yes! You can have one of the little owl things on your arm as a hunter, and you know what?
Oh, too cute.
Too right! Okay, new trailer, and it's just mind-blowing. Where do we begin? At the beginning of the trailer, obviously. So, we zoom into Kimura Village, and, well, the first thing of note is that you can ride your Palamute through town. That is unparalleled peaceful mobility. Get a little look at the smithy, and just general ambiance, and the forge, which is just looking magnificent. The whole aesthetic of the town is gorgeous. Everyone's day-to-day life, monsters and villages are always wonderful, and we get our felines doing what they do best, get a lovely example of the classicness that is a Monster Hunter food, splashes of armor here and there, and honestly, this armor right here that our owl friend is wearing is the armor of one of the new monsters coming up, and it is just gorgeous. Of course, we have two cats struggling over a giant fish, because why not? And we even get to Wirebug around town, and this is wonderful, because it's nice in a game all about this new crazy mobility to not lose that when you're not on a hunt. It makes it feel so much more free-flowing. But, look! Who cares? We have new monsters to look at, and a new map to look at them on. A flooded forest! Yes, much like the test footage for World where Leviathans was, but unlike World, we have Leviathans! I know! Oh, but before we get to the specifics, this map is breathtaking. A flooded forest, ancient ruins. It is looking gorgeous. So much better than the first map. Just running along this huge temple structure. Ah, yes! And even leaping past the waterfall, I cannot wait to explore it. But I cannot wait to hunt this even more. Meet, then, a new friend of ours, as equally beautiful as it is terrifying, and our first new Leviathan in over a generation, Somnacanth, a creepy cave enchanting, almost siren-y type, based, of course, on that mermaidy yokai tease that we had. She puts you to sleep and then drags you to the deep. There is almost this ghostly energy, and everything is just yes! This is Leviathan who Owl Person's armor was wearing, and they even do a little kind of otter move where they float lying on their back in the river trying to crack or get into some food, and that's really strangely cute for something that looks like that. So fighting knee-deep in water, and oh god, look at it!
You're beautiful.
Then we have an old friend. It's Royal Ludroth, praise be to the sponge. And we also have Great Roggy as well. The chunky raptors are back, and his poison sack is looking bulbous and grand. Oh, yes, indeed, a lovely little bit of Wirebug fighting, more aerial moves. We have a bit of heavy bowgun action, flipping backwards, which just looks wonderful, and some switch axe gorgeousness as you swing yourself into the air. But then we have another brand new monster, the one that was leaked and based off a Tengu. It is Bishaten, and he is a fanged beast, kind of Quechua-watchery, with a lovely hand prehensile tail for gripping, a little bit of wingage for gliding, and generally, he just really loves his fruit.
Seriously, you wanna see my fruit?
Throwing it everywhere. I assume that the purples are poison, and it's got little different effects, just absolutely chucking them. Him also fighting in the water, very agile. The air behind him, his spinning, his plumage and fur looking just amazing. What an incredible creature. He looks quirky and just pure joy to fight and be a part of, as we get ourselves some more general weapon gameplay before an old friend doth say. How do I feel about this? On one hand, you know, Khezu! On the other hand, it means hearing that constantly again. But no, he is a welcome addition, and from the little that we can see, the electricity splashing through the water, it looks like he really has some new tricks, and those new tricks are looking just dazzling. As are the baggy, which would imply great baggy, but no hard confirmation that is being unfortunately attacked. Then that is our monster show done with, but, well, not the trailer by far. We get a little bit of the main story hook explained, the rampage, and how it happens in a cyclical fashion, causing a huge pack of monsters to stampede towards, and if they get their way through the village, and you have to defend it. A canyon filled to the brim with fortifications, weaponry of all shapes and sizes, as you man them and stop, well,
Close to wiping out our village last time.
I mean, look at it. Also, yes, Rathalos confirmed, but really, who needed to be told that? Obviously, Rathalos is in every single Monster Hunter game. And then we get one more look at the flagship, who, by the way, is holding an Azeroth in his mouth. An Azeroth, while a small monster, is not a small monster. So Magnamalo is bloody huge. That is very exciting, and clearly his glowy purple energy is something to do with the rampage. Maybe it's more getting away from him than it is attacking the village, but at any rate, what is very, very exciting is the demo has been confirmed for January, and that is going to be a very, very good time. So that's a quick little blitz look. There will be a much more detailed breakdown to come, everything you may have missed, all of the armor and such, but for now, these two new monsters are both magnificent, and I, for one, literally cannot wait. At all. I wish to hibernate. Alright guys, like if you enjoyed this, subscribe for more, let me know your thoughts, which one of them you're liking the best. But until next time, a goodbye.
Rage Gaming with the video float.
But that's all that's really relevant at the mo, but I'm still gonna leave this up so you patrons know that I love you even though the outro's no longer that kinda relevant. But the new one's being worked on and it's gonna be a truly badass song, and don't worry, I won't be doing any rapping on it. I'm gonna go now. This was shit.